This is the form doing business in export and import. Now, today the topic is the drawback, that is, as we have already discussed one thing, that goods to be exported, taxes are not. We are not exporting any taxes. We are exporting only goods. Why tax should not be paid? There should not be any component of tax attached with the goods or with the cost which has been exported. If at all there is any, it should be revert back to the exporter. Because in the indirect tax, tax is a consumption base. The country who is consuming, they will pay tax. It's not the country who is producing. This is a simple conception. So there should not be any component of tax import from other countries, apart from any punitive duty or any compensatory duty, which you do not need to know at this stage. But you just take it that no tax should be exported. Now, whenever a domestic company, they are procuring a goods, either by way of import or by way of DTA procurement. DTA means procuring domestic territory area, means procuring from a manufacturer who is paying central excise duty. That is the DTA. So a manufacturer who is procuring raw material from DTA or from by way of import, he is actually paying the duty, and that need to be neutralized. Now, this is a duty neutralization scheme, or that is called duty drawback. Now, duty drawback is governed by the finance ministry. This notification, number of notifications are there, and the latest notification that has been enacted is notification just right out 110 by 2014 non-tariff notification NT 110 of the 2014 custom NT dated 17 November 2014. So, and the rule and for the purpose of this drawback is duty drawback regulation, customs excise and service tax duty drawback regulation 2006. Presently, earlier it was 1995. It has been extended in 2006. Now, what is there in the drawback? There is a certain terms in the drawback called all industrial rate drawback and brand rate of drawback. All industrial rate drawback means that rate has already been fixed, taking into consideration of the average input cost and the rate of duty, average rate of duty and the average input cost. Considering this, the ministry has come out with a schedule. What is that schedule? That is a drawback schedule, very similar to the schedule which has been shown by Benefit-Prof of MEIS. So, where classification that is also harmonized with the IPC classification up to 4 digits. Up to 4 digits. First 4 digits has been harmonized. Thereafter, it may or may not change. 6 and 8 digits. So, this classification is there. then description of the goods are there, and then drawback schedule is there. Just I am speaking some of this to show you how this drawback. So first 4 or 6 digit drawback is there, description of the goods is there, then drawback schedule is there. In item, just left hand of the item column A, left hand side of the column A, that is the drawback date. Then right hand side of the column A, that is the cap value of drawback. In column B, it is said that when standard facility has been availed, that I will come in each of these explanation of this. It is reduced and cap value has already been reduced. Why it is so? So it is a drawback refund of taxes of inputs. So whenever a company has procured the goods from by import or by domestic manufacturer from DTA, that input cost of inputs has been refunded. Tax of input has been refunded. And very specifically it says that no drawback on sales and octroi. Whenever a goods has been procured paying sales and octroi, that component has not been included. So that component to be refunded to the that tax collecting authority. So if your company is paying the octroi or that is to be refunded from the state implementing agency, state of the collecting agency. So not through this drawback process. It is not covered under this drawback rule. So drawback rates are two types: all India state rate and bland rate. All India state rate are announced every year following budgetary changes in the duty sector. So as I said that earlier, think about in 80s and late 80s and 90s, early 90s, when the duty rate were in the rising tendency, 40%, 45%, 50%, 60%, every year it was rising. So immediately after the budget, the drawback authority also sit on the exercise and they are calculating what should be the exact drawback, because that drawback rate is depending upon the proposed budgeting changes of duty structure. So, but now it has been now in the hardly there is any scope of changing duty structure, and the drawback has now been done in the second half, that is after September. The exercise is being carried out, and during November and December they are coming up with the recommendation. So it is now being moderated. Another thing is brand rate. Just like the thing Jain sir has told that when there is no fixation of the norms, fixation of the MEIS or applied MEIS rate or DEC norms or higher norms, it is like that only. That brand rate, there is no fixation of either the goods or whatever has been fixed, it has not rightly compensated the duty amount. So duty here paid is more, and what is the compensated by drawback, it is less. Then the exporter applies to the directorate of drawback for fixing the brand rate on that particular product. The same application is forwarded to the jurisdictional central excise authority, and they will inspect and audit the records of consumption and production, and from that particular audit or that particular report, the brand and it will be fixed. It will be fixed by the Central Exchange Authority and implemented by the customs. And another drawback, that is re-export of imported goods, which is not a matter of discussion for today because it is under section 74, that is re-export of the imported goods. Suppose I'm just giving you an outline. Suppose equipment has been imported for demonstration or attending a fair or testing a project, and it will again go back. So when it will be clear, they will pay the duty, and then it will be returned at a certain percentage of the duty as per the prescribed norms that will be refunded. So it is an entirely different kind of thing. No manufacturing activity is being taken there. But other rule, that is section 75, that is the most pertinent rule for the drawback for the manufacturing. Now, considering the all industry rate, how this drawback will be processed? This earlier, when in 2000, I think 99-2000, EDI was implemented in export. EDI means processing of shipping bills electronically or through systems. Earlier there was a manual system, so they need to file the claim of drawback within certain period. I think it was 30 days or 45 days earlier. 30 days. Within 30 days they have to file the claim. Now there is no need to file the claim. Now government has said that drawback need to be paid within 7 to 10 days of filing the EGM manifest, export general manifest, by the shipping agent or the airline agent. So only exporter, they need to file the shipping bill. Either exporter or his agent on behalf of the exporter, they need to file the shipping bill. Once the shipping bill has been filed and completed, it will process through system, in EDI system, and in EDI system, it will go straight to the customs assessment. From assessment, it will go to the examination. From examination, when the goods has been ordered for clearance, it will be go to the drawback section if there is any claim of drawback. So drawback will be filed automatically, and from drawback section, it will be processed and it will be sent to scroll in register. Within the scroll in register, the assistant commissioner, after a certain interval of certain period, he will clear this register. He will make a scroll out. When it will be scroll out, it will be get to the credit to the exporter's account automatically. Automatically means that exporter's AB code of the bank and the account number of the bank, which has to be entered at the time of registration of in EDI system. Okay, yes.
Sir, we are exporters for a long time, and there's a shift. So for air we shifted and we are now receiving new account. First we had SBI. Now I was told we have to make a PL account in this.
No. Nothing is required. If you it is the choice of exporter, not the choice of government. It's the choice of exporter in which account you want to take. Sometimes what happens that we are in we are disbursing this drawback from United Bank, and from here we are disbursing it to State Bank. So what happens that bank, they want to have some account with them on the export, and that's why they are. But once you enter, it is with your any bank, you just enter the code and account number, it will be credited to that account. Like your salary is being disbursed, no? It is just like the salary is being disbursed, it will be disbursed like that.
But sir, quite frankly, the drawback is not getting properly flown to our account actually. It's we are the exporter and we are facing this kind of problem.
That is
in the air as well as
maybe that is the processing of drawback that is being delayed, but it has been processed. Transferring the amount to the account, I don't think there is any problem.
But what is the what are the
in fact, I have little knowledge about this process, that how I know the process of drawback has been finalized. I don't have very little knowledge how drawback has been transferred from scroll to.
We need to know that what document we are missing, because we have to always pay some charges to the agent. Quite frankly, we have to pay 4% to the
Actually, there is no
to clear
document
the
required. No document required for the clearance of drawback.
I know, sir.
Other than
Every time we have to do that.
no, other
That's
than
the problem.
the specific one or two specific documents required by customs, there is no absolutely nothing is required for that. Yes.
So, but
Maybe we
sometimes-
will discuss it in
So,
detail.
but sometimes you need to pay about 10% of your drawback amount to the custom appraisers, and they ask for it, or the
Absolutely,
4%
it
or
is-
less.
absolutely it is not required. As I
it is
have
not required.
repeatedly
So it will
said,
be settled to my account after a certain point of time.
You stop this business. Actually, I am saying you absolutely no document is further required other than what has been
I am saying
given.
that the documents will be given. It has been processed, the drawback amount has been processed, it's in the shipping bill. But it has not been credited to my account.
No.
Because the agent is asking for some amount of money.
Agent has no role. I am telling you. Once the drawback has been finalized, every exporter can see the movement of the shipping bill from what point it has moved to what point. When the things has been finalized, that means it has been scrolled in. Now, as I said that scroll out, it has been done after a regular interval. Suppose once in a 10 days, once in a 7 days, or sometimes it is 7 days, it is piled up to 2000, 2500, immediately our department has scrolled out. Once it is scrolled out, you will also find that it has been scrolled out. Now it will go to your bank. So I do not know why you are means giving this amount or this. You can stop this thing that giving the 10%.
Does this have any link with reaching goods at destination?
No.
Once it is exported, it will be profitable.
And no relation whatsoever with also the guaranteed release, the GR.
That part is there. I will discuss only one constraint is there that you need to submit the realization part regularly once in a 6 months in a prescribed format. That I will. Now, as I said, that value tab is why there is a value tab in the schedule. I am going to the schedule again. Suppose this is the value. So, 61 boys overcoat of made of cotton, 8.8% is the standard rate of drawback. Suppose this 8.8% is made up of when standard facility has been added. So, made up of the procurement from the fabric which has been procured domestically. At the same time, the manufacturer has taken the standard credit. What standard credit? Standard credit that when he has paid the central excise duty, and at the same time when he is filing the return, he has export and he has domestic goods also. When at the time of filing the return, he shown that I have exported the goods, so you give me this duty refund. Or he has some domestic sale also, the manufacturer has some domestic sale also, where he need to pay the central excise duty. He is paying the central excise duty from the credit of this procurement of duty. Is it clear? Certain when goods has been entered and he has paid the central excise duty, that duty has been credited immediately. So when he is paying his obligatory central excise duty of domestic sales from that entitlement, he is no longer eligible for drawback of central excise portion. He is only eligible for drawback of customs portion. Now, how customs portion arises? Since he is procuring the goods from domestically, as I have said that this schedule has been made as an average cost basis and average consumption basis. So
What they did was in 1965, they formed the Federation of Indian Export Organizations. इट इज कंसिडर्ड टू बी द एपेक्स बॉडी जहाँ पे सारे काउंसिल्स को उन्होंने मेंबर बना दिया और वहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट ऑफ मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ ऑफिस के लिए आदमी वहाँ पे आ गया so that they could decide on the submissions of each and every council as to what policy they could take. Number one. So that is where we have the Federation of Indian Export Organization, which is now 50 years old, and it is based at Niryat Bhavan, which is the head office in New Delhi, and very close to the airport. As far as CEO head office is concerned, as I have already told you, it's in New Delhi, and the northern region office is in New Delhi. Western region, Mumbai, Eastern region, Kolkata, Southern region, Chennai. As of now, we have got around 17 offices, including chapters all over India. And our site, of course, is FIO.org. Now, FIO does both. It does only international trade, no other subject channels. And FIO does, of course, a retail kind of promotion also. It has a tie-up with eBay. And in fact, it is my bad manners that I have not asked you what your product interest is. Otherwise, I would have been able to expand on the eBay part. So, if you can kindly give me क्या product में आप deal करते हैं as far as your products is concerned, बताइए. Good products. Any other products? Good products. Good products. Okay.
Handloom silk products. Handloom silk textile.
Handloom silk. Okay. Mishra ji, आपका product please, because I know what your products are. And as far as Asha is concerned, I don't need your products as well because I know what your products are. Any other persons who's going to give me what your products are?
I am not. There's some jewelry to craft products and handicrafts.
Okay. Any other product that you have? Why do you want to do chicken curry in Goa? You're doing chicken curry. Right. Right. What eBay is one of the largest companies in the world as far as e-commerce is concerned. And it has been recognized in India. E-commerce is now the next in thing for exporting goods from India to international markets. So, the Office of Director General for Trade is also now from 2015-20 is offering an incentive on exports through e-commerce. It has recognized e-commerce as such. And the POP members there, what they do is they post their products on eBay sites and उनका जो subscription है, they are discounted up to a period of 6 months at the rate of $50 a month, which is around $300. They have a monthly listing for 6 months of their products, of their choice, including the prices. आपको आज की डेट में तो I don't have to teach you what eBay is, Snapdeal वगैरह तो ये सब देख चुके हैं. So that is how your product will be listed, and your products will be ultimately sold across your internet worldwide. So we have a tie-up with eBay. So this is what I want to show you. अब क्या हो गया, in fact, it is appreciated. Jan Saab has taken a lot of effort trying to tell you what FTP is. Rao Saab has taken a lot of effort on trying to tell you what part of it is. What FIO has done at the behest of Ministry of Commerce is they have come up with a site called the Indian Trade Portal. Indian Trade Portal में जो आप ये कह रहे हैं कि मेरे को इस प्रोडक्ट के मार्केट के बारे में जानना है, इस प्रोडक्ट में मिल रहा है नहीं मिल रहा है ये बताओ, इसमें ड्रॉबैक नहीं मिल रहा है जो मिल रहा है ये बताओ, इसमें क्या रेस्ट्रिक्शन है नहीं है ये बताओ. एट द सेम टाइम इस पर्टिकुलर मार्केट को कैप्चर करना चाहूँ तो क्या ये प्रोडक्ट ये सारे के सारे इस इंफॉर्मेशन को हमने कैप्चर किया कलेक्ट किया इस साइट. I'll give you that site. I'll give you a live demo. I'm sure that there is a internet here. Here's coordination. We coordinate with around 13 to 14 agencies in India, so that with the objective कि हमारे जो exports है या exporter members हैं, the least amount of transaction time and cost is taken.
এমনি নি বলতে বলো ফিও বিজ্ঞাপন দিয়ে চলে যাচ্ছে বসে বসে
বারণ করেছিলাম না আনতে সেম চেম্বারকে
কানে কানে বলুন নি বলো তোমাকে তো আলোচনা করেছি এমবিডির জন্য টাইম ইজ ভেরি শর্ট বলে দিন টাইম শর্ট আছে বাজে
বলেছিল ওকে না আনতে সেম জিনিসের আগে আশিককে বললাম তারপর চিঠি
वेयरहाउस में माल पड़ा हुआ है उसमें वेयरहाउस में आपने क्या बोल दिया
दूसरी थोड़ी बोल दीजिए
या therefore driver को
আমি বলে দিচ্ছি
that is the few comes into the picture. You interface with each and